Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back, or welcome if this is your first time here. I hope your day is off to a great start. Today's video is a collab with my friend Katie from over at Katie's Joyful Life. We are going to be bringing you, we're each going to bring you our top 10 current favorite gourmands. Both Katie and I tend to love gourmand fragrances the most out of the different scent categories, and we thought it might be kind of fun to do a collab together. And I know that I really personally enjoy Katie's content. I think you guys are going to as well. Katie is she's someone who I just obviously connected with here on YouTube. And, you know, we've talked and texted quite a bit back and forth to each other. And she's just such a lovely person. She's a fellow mama as well. So, you know, we've talked kids outside of, you know, like the usual candle and wax melt stuff. But she's just a really wonderful, kind person, and I really like Katie a lot. And I love doing collabs like this because it's a great way to kind of cross-pollinate between different channels who tend to present the same things. Katie actually does a little bit of beauty content on her channel as well from time to time. So I think if you feel a connection with me, you're definitely going to enjoy Katie's content as well. And yeah, I hope that you check out her version of this video as well. I will go ahead and link hers in the description box down below. So after you're done with mine, I hope that you'll go check Katie out. And if you, like me, feel a connection with her, definitely subscribe to her channel. I think you're really going to enjoy her, you guys. She really is such a kind, genuine person. I feel like it's almost hard these days to come across that. I think a lot of people oftentimes are just kind of, you know, like in their own world, and, you know, and there are just some people who are just not, you know, super kind. There's that as well. But, you know, I think oftentimes a lot of people are just kind of like off into their own world. So when you really have a chance to connect with someone and get to know them, it just feels really good to be able to share those people with others as well. So anyway, go check Katie out. I love her. I know you guys are going to love her as well. And I'm actually super excited to see what her picks are for this video. We both really mostly enjoy gourmands. I mean, I've branched out quite a bit this past year or two, and I'm enjoying a lot of different types of fragrances, but I think my overall favorite fragrance category when it comes to candles or wax melts or really anything home fragrance related is still the gourmands. I am a sucker for anything that smells like it's edible. I want my house to smell like I am baking something delicious even when I'm not. I am no chef, and I am certainly no pastry chef. So it's always fun for me to have home fragrance that smells kind of like the real thing. And then when people come over, they can be disappointed when I tell them, yeah, no, I'm not baking cookies. Nope, I didn't make you a cake. That's that candle right there. So anyway, I picked 10 fragrances that currently really kind of have my heart in terms of gourmands that I absolutely adore and that I always want to have like in my orbit around me, provided that they don't get discontinued, which happens somewhat frequently. So hopefully none of these do. We'll see. Anyway, if I can link any of these, I will certainly do so in the description box down below. Some of these are from Homeworx, some of these are from Kringle. I do have a discount code with both companies, so I will put my information for my discount code in the description box down below. That'll save you either 15% at Homeworx or at Kringle, so feel free to use that if you're in the market for some new candles, but no pressure. All right, so let's get into it, you guys. It was kind of tough to just do 10. I have a lot. So I decided to kind of narrow this down to the 10 gourmands that I think I'm going to really kind of be focusing on for the next several months here. Fragrances that I think will do well from February through essentially, I don't know, some of these I'm even planning on burning like during the summer months as well. So we're gonna call these gourmands for spring and summer that I'm most excited about. So, all right, let's get into it. I'm gonna get started with the one Bath & Body Works candle that I pulled. I just recently shared what's left of my sad, dwindling little Bath & Body Works candle collection, but I'm not sad about it. It's just, it looks like a sad collection to most people who, you know, enjoy these giant, you know, candle tour videos. I've really whittled that collection down a lot, but that's been a goal of mine personally. I'm on this like use it up challenge here. Not because I don't enjoy home fragrance, but just because I have too much. It's too much. Like sometimes you can go overboard, and I've been going overboard for many years buying candles, and well, reality finally, like, you know, kind of hit me in the face. So anyway, one of my all-time favorites, like I would say one of my favorite spring summer gourmands from Bath & Body Works is definitely the berry waffle cone. This is just the most, I guess you could say this is kind of a fruity scent, but this waffle note, this gourmand waffle note in here just makes this fragrance for me. So while I love the berry component of this, I think for me, it's the waffle note in here that I love the most. And I do not think that these subsequent versions of berry waffle cone, because this is the first one ever, remember this ribbed glass collection? This was from 2017. I picked up probably 30 of these. I went ham. I went overboard. Like that was the kind of shopper that I was back in the day. But this was the very best iteration of it, I think. So for me, I've purchased and burned some of the subsequent ones. I don't think they're as good as this. But you guys, this gourmand note, also this is not the lid that came with it. Obviously this is a holiday lid. They only came with these little like dust covers back in the day, which I thought was so silly because back in 2017, these were $26.50. So this is what that specialty glass was going for back then. But man, I feel like this has only like intensified over the years in terms of like just the intensity of that, both the berry and the waffle note. It's so good. Let me know what your like favorite spring summer gourmand fragrance is from Bath & Body Works. By the way, a lot of you have been sending me messages about the almond croissant fragrance that Bath & Body Works recently came out with, because you know of my obsession with the Scentsy almond croissant. But Bath & Body Works has not had a good enough sale since that has been available at my local store for me to justify like going to pick one up to review for you. I actually have a 20% off coupon, but all the candle sales right now are like $16.50 or like $15.50 or something like that. It's too much. I'm gonna at least need a $12.95 candle sale. So as soon as that $12.95 sale pops up in the hopefully very near future, I will go pick up that scent and then a couple of others to review for like, you know, what's new at Bath & Body Works right now. But yeah, I haven't gone ham at Bath & Body Works in quite some time. So it feels really great, you guys. Okay, I am gonna share, I pulled out 4 Homeworx candles. I really think that for me, my favorite fragrances, or my favorite fragrance category from Homeworx is definitely the gourmands. I think that Harry Slatkin has always put out incredible gourmand fragrances. And, you know, while we can all kind of, you know, talk about the quality and how it has like wavered over the last several years in terms of the performance of the Homeworx candles, I think we can all still agree that Harry knows how to make an amazing fragrance. And for me, I really think that he excels the most in the gourmands. Like they're always delicious. They're always really authentic smelling. I love them. So one of my staples. By the way, if you're new here, there is in fact a dog snoring in the background of this video. My pug Alf is literally sleeping at my feet, so enjoy that pug ASMR. I just don't have the heart to move him because he's cute. So this is blueberry cheesecake. Ugh, get out of here with how delicious this one is. I have heard a few people say that the cheesecake note is kind of sour to them in this one. So I would say if you're the type of person that found raspberry peach macaron from back in the day at Bath & Body Works, if you found that one to be like a very sour type of fragrance to your nose, like if you didn't enjoy that, you might not enjoy this one, but I think that little bit of like a sour note, actually, it makes sense with a cheesecake, right? I think it does. But the blueberry compote on the top, like that part of the fragrance, it kind of tones that sourness down. And it just smells authentic and real. I smell this graham cracker crust, I smell the cheesecake filling, and I smell the blueberry compote on top. This is so authentic and delicious and real smelling to me. I love it. Now, it has what I think is a little bit of a sister fragrance in this new release here that I have quickly fallen in love with. I made a purchase from QVC to get this. And that's kind of saying a lot because I try not to purchase from QVC these days because typically Homeworx candles come in a set of 2. Sometimes they have trios. And as someone who's trying to keep their collection at a reasonable amount, sets of 2 is not the way that I like to go right now, but I'm actually glad I did in this case because this is fabulous. This is such a great scent. I will say, you do need to be a little bit careful with these wicks. You can see they are the wicks that tend to want to lean a little bit. It hasn't caused me any issues yet. I only burn my Homeworx candles for about 3 hours at a time, so they haven't like, you know, folded over into the wax or anything. And I trim these quite short before each burn, and that has worked out just fine. But this blueberry violet tart, you guys, it's so good. I haven't formally reviewed it yet, so I don't want to get too much into it, but the notes here are fresh blueberries, violet petals, baked pastry, and vanilla bean. I think these 2 are definitely kind of in the same family. They're not the same scent. Like, this isn't like a repackage of this. In fact, let me just confirm that one more time. No, not a repackage. This does have a very distinct, like, floral note to it, and it is that violet that's in here. But it doesn't change this from a gourmand into a floral at all. It's really interesting. This is one of those gourmand scents that I think you just kind of have to smell to fully appreciate. It's unique, it's interesting, it's delicious, and it's a new favorite scent from Homeworx. So I am glad that I got the duo. I'll certainly enjoy the other one. It's supposed to come to homeworx.shop, and I feel like once it does, I mean, I'll have to finish the first 2 that I have before I can even justify getting another one, but I would totally do that. It's really delightful, you guys. Okay, we have 2 more from Homeworx as well. Vanilla bean macaron. So good. Listen, I have a thing in general for macarons. They are one of my favorite like pastry treats. There's a lot of bakeries here in Portland that have just the most delicious like French macarons. They're so good. And I love that you can get any type of filling, be it raspberry, strawberry, hazelnut, Nutella, pistachio, lemon, vanilla bean. The basic vanilla bean is one of my favorites, and this is vanilla bean macaron. I love this one from Homeworx here. When is this one from? I bought this one a long time ago. Well, this one's from 2021. This is so good. You smell like the pastry from the cookie part of the macaron, like these outside little cookie parts. But then you also smell that creamy like vanilla bean filling inside. This is so good, you guys. It's not overly sweet, it's not cloying at all, it's just really authentic and yummy. You smell that almond note there's almond flour that's used in this cookie part here, and you smell that. It's so good. I'm telling you, if you ever come across it, it's really good. I will say, I did get one of these. My friend Fiona actually picked me up one from, I think she got it either at TJ Maxx or Home Goods, but it was one of the finds that from those discount stores. And I will say the one from the discount stores, I can't remember which one it was, but it didn't have as much strength and throw as these ones here that I purchased at, I think I got these from sets of 2 at QVC or something. I'm pretty sure it was QVC. It was QVC or Ulta. It was available at both locations. So at any rate, delicious, highly recommend, but I would say be careful about the ones that you find at the different outlet stores. I didn't have a good experience with the one that I had from there, so the strength and throw was quite low, but it's a great scent. Hot cider donut. This is a year-round favorite for me in terms of gourmand scents from Homeworx. I really think that I tend to favor this one a little bit more during the fall, just because it's such a great, you know, like cinnamon sugar combo. But I can also burn this one year round very easily. I mean, I eat donuts all year long, not just in the fall. So when I am craving donuts, I light this up and it kind of helps me moderate that craving a little bit. You smell that fried dough note in here. It is absolutely delicious. Okay, and the rest of these are going to be from Kringle. So let's dive in. No surprise here, jelly donut. I really do have a thing for donuts, I'm telling you. First of all, the like donut portion, that, you know, this fried dough part, it's present, but this has the most scrumptious, this lid is really on here, the most scrumptious, delicious raspberry filling. This is, one, it's a powerhouse. Two, it's a little obnoxious because I feel like Kringle is always out of stock of this one. And if they could just get it together and literally if they poured 10,000 of these, I bet that they would still sell out instantly. People love this scent for good reason. It is so authentic. It is so delicious. It's so good. It's a rock star in terms of performance, and I just really wish that Kringle could crank this out at the rate that they need to, because I know so many people that want to get their hands on this, and they struggle to because every time they come back in stock, they're almost immediately sold out again. So we need to start a little petition with Kringle to be able to produce more. They're going to have to build another factory line just for these gourmands that I'm showing you here, because here's another one, sweet cream. So good. This is a recent reserve release. The majority of these from Kringle are reserve fragrances. I love these. A lot of the gourmands that have come out in the reserve line, I think are the best gourmands that Kringle has done so far. I still think that Homeworx excels at producing more in terms of gourmands, but the gourmands that I am seeing from Kringle right now, they are so good. And this sweet cream here, this smells like strawberry whipped cream. And that's all you need to know. It's delicious. It's incredible. It's an amazing performer in terms of strength and throw. I just cannot say enough good things about this. And when this comes back in stock, get it. Get it. All right. We have 2 macaron candles from Kringle as well. I'm telling you, I have a thing for macarons. Now, the only thing that I will say, and this is a little bit of it perturbs me just the tiniest amount. Kringle calls these macaroons. These are macarons. There's a big difference between a macaroon and a macaron. A macaroon is those little like coconut haystack cookies. Oftentimes the bottoms of them are dipped in chocolate. They're delicious, don't get me wrong. And in fact, if they came out with a macaroon candle, I would buy it in a heartbeat. I love coconut anything. But these cookies here that you also saw on this label from Homeworx, these are macarons. These are the French pastry. So my 2 faves are sprinkled macarons and macarons, just plain old macarons. So what's the difference between these two? Well, so the filling that is in this original macarons is fruity. So you've got a mix of what I feel is some berries, so raspberry, strawberry, maybe even like a slight touch of blackberry is present in here as well. But then you also smell that almond note, which is the actual cookie part. Such a great performer. Once again, frequently out of stock. I wish they would restock it. I will buy more. They can have my money. And then this is the newest. This is the sprinkled macarons, which arguably I would say, I think I like a little bit more than the first version. It's just so good, you guys. This has kind of a toasted, nutty vanilla bean filling in between these, you know, little almond cookies here. So real, just so good in terms of the performance. The strength and throw have been amazing on these new Reserve candles, I'm telling you. And then the last one, I also thought this was a really great cookie scent from Kringle. Now, it was released for the holidays this past year, but Kringle cookies, you guys, I don't think these are like just a holiday cookie to me per se. They definitely have, you know, kind of a little bit of like a little tang of almost like a touch of ginger, but it's mostly like a chocolatey type of scent, right? Like a rich, chocolatey, doughy kind of scent with a touch of ginger, a little bit of like a spice vibe, but definitely also just for me, like a year-round type of cookie smell as well. And a great performance. I really like this one so much. So I definitely made sure to pick up another one of these to be able to enjoy, because I'm going to be enjoying this over the course of the next month. In fact, in my weekly home fragrance roundup videos, you're going to be seeing most of these. So also finally, I have had questions about this one for the longest time. Sinful. This was a Reserve release last year that I never got around to burning, but I thought it would be a great one to save for February, for around Valentine's Day. Oh, and I'm really excited to actually burn this. This has like a touch of like a peanut butter to it as well. So I'm finally going to review this one. In fact, I have several Kringle Reserve candles that I've purchased in the past that I have not burned. So I need to hop to it. I'm gonna get all those out as well. Anyway, you guys, those would be my top 10 current for, you know, like spring, summer type vibe Gourmand picks. And like I said, be sure to check out Katie's video and give her some love, show her some love. Subscribe to her channel if you feel a connection with her. I think you're really going to enjoy her content a lot. And if you are new here from Katie's channel and you feel a connection with me, I would love it if you would take the time to subscribe. I certainly do a lot of candle related content here on my channel, but I also do upload beauty content as well. So it's a little bit of a hodgepodge, kind of like Katie's channel. So anyway, thank you guys for being here, and thanks for putting up with Alf and his snores. I will see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.